Hello, dear friends. Here we are, day 2 of the Medium's Harvest, a book that is being translated thanks to the primary efforts of the group Inner Enlightenment Spiritist Society in New York, and then here at Kardec Radio and the Spiritist Society of Virginia. This book, Seara dos Médiuns, was psychographed by the medium Xavier. The spirit author is the renowned Emmanuel, his spirit mentor. And in 1961, they published this book through also the publisher of the Brazilian Spiritist Federation to commemorate, to celebrate 100 years of the publication of the Medium's book. The Medium's book by Allan Kardec is the manual for all those who want to lead a mediumship of great productivity for others, helping others, and also safe mediumship. But how do we do it? So Emmanuel, in 90 meetings in the previous year, 1960, he broke down several passages of the medium's book that were being studied and brought to us a deeper understanding, a development like any science. First, we have the basic knowledge and then the expansion of it, the the details of it. And this is exactly what we're finding in this book. Yesterday we were talking about the introduction, and also we were talking about the first chapter, when Emmanuel explains that scientific spiritism does not suffice. It's not enough to prove immortality. It's not enough to know that it goes on. But what is important is that we elevate our feelings, edify, build new feelings, ones that we've never felt in our lives. And that's the proposal of the Spiritist mediumship. Today, in chapter 2, titled Business Card. Can you believe it? That's the title of the very chapter. Emmanuel is going to give to you and I, whether you are an ostensible medium or not, a new insight, and I would say a new tool for the successful works of mediumship. Where does it lie? Some people think that it's about studying all of these books. Other mediums, including non-spiritist mediums, they believe that it's about practicing all the more. Like when somebody came to me at the Spiritist side of Baltimore in a spiritual treatment session, a man who was quite wealthy. He came to me and said, "Vanessa, isn't that a waste of time that you are working during the day as a scientist, as a professor at university, and you are a medium? You could be helping many people if you were working day and night as a medium." And I replied, according to what Mentor Joseph inspired me, I said, "I'm so sorry, but mediumship is not work. It's an ability for service. But you could be helping many others." And Mentor Joseph replied, "It's not about quantity, it's about quality." In 1 second, we can change our lives. In 10 centuries, we may be stagnated to the same old feelings and thoughts. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. And that's precisely why we're here tonight. So let us first read the message, and later we're going to break it down according to the inspiration of the good guides. Chapter 2 from the book The Medium's Harvest, titled Business Card. They opened this meeting on January 8th, 1960, and they were working upon item 7 of the book The Medium's Harvest. And Emmanuel breaks down, and you know, I'm not gonna tell you what the Medium's book is all about, because that's homework for us. Yes, but now we're gonna talk about what the mentor Emmanuel through Chico is bringing to us. He says, excuse me, in any mediumship study, we must not forget that thoughts are the basis of all phenomena of attunement in the sphere of the soul. For a loose analysis, let us take the image of a lit candle, despite its impropriety for our purposes. The lit candle throws from itself photons or luminous force. The brain exteriorizes the intelligent principle or mental energy. In the first, we have the flame. In the second, we identify the idea. Both possess specific fields of interaction, and their effects are more vigorous the closer we are to the source of the emissions. Deep down, these agents to which we are referring are neutral in and of themselves. Take the light, for instance. It can reveal the path to a sanctuary as much as show the way to a swamp. The arms of a wrongdoer assist in the execution of the crime as much as the hands of a benefactor assist in a good deed. Likewise, we see that the mental energy, inescapably linked to the conscience which produces it, obeys the emitter's will. And if we understand that our thoughts, in their magnetic nature, are the first stage in relating to others, then it is within us that all psychic resources lie, no matter the mediumistic capabilities of others. Observe, therefore, your own impulses. When you're wishing, you feel. When feeling, you think. When you're thinking, you create. When creating, you attract. When attracting, you reflect. And when reflecting, you extend your own sphere of influence, aggregated by the inductiveness of the group to which you attune. Therefore, thought is your business card. With your thought, with our thought, we represent to others, according to our own desires, harmony or agitation, health or illness, understanding or intolerance, the light of the builders of the good or the shadow of the carriers of evil. Good and evil are distinctly apart. Are you surprised, my friends? Are we surprised? We're learning together. And this lesson here is deep because Emmanuel not only gives us the mechanism, but he gives us practical exercises to identify our business card. So if you take a picture of your median, as we say in statistics, I used to teach statistics and people sometimes had a hard time talking about the median. They always talked about the mean, the average, but the median, if you could take a picture of your median thought process, what would it be? What would you see in your business card? Mainly, what would be the key words? Sincerely, there are people who listen to certain types of music that are constantly using the F word. We can almost tell their business card is F, 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 and whatever this F means. But there are other people that are constantly emitting hearts, like the Care Bears, to people. You can almost tell their business card is heart, 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 heart. What is your business card? Mental business card. Let us think about it. How do you know? You may ask, Vanessa, but how do I know what my business card is about? Emmanuel tells us. He says, first, observe your impulses. What are the impulses? They are the formed habits, vibratorily speaking. Vibratorily speaking. What are they? What are you constantly thinking about? Or most often, I agree. If you say it depends on the phase of your life, it's true. But if you go to the book Action and Reaction, and later Liberation by the Spirit Dr. Andre Lewis, through the same medium that brought the book that we're reading tonight, Xavier. Excuse me. The Spirit Andre Lewis tells us a rule of thumb that he learned in an internship in the spiritual realm, where there was a school for spirits that were avenging others. Can you believe it? That's their business card. Vengeance. That's what's written in their business card. But in that school, they teach those who are the avengers the key to enter the mind of somebody. They say everybody has a central desire, a main theme in their lives. What is your main theme? And Emmanuel says, observe your impulses. There are people from an early age, and you see this across the board, you can tell they're your central theme for the good and for the bad, because nobody's perfect yet. Some, they will be leaders, but they have a hard time sharing the stage. Others, they love studying, and they don't want to waste their time entertaining themselves without a purpose. You can tell from an early age if that soul is of a lazy nature or a soul of a hard-working nature. And depending on what it is, parents and educators will wisely trim it down and work upon it, refine it. For us as adults, when we observe our impulses, we can tell what is the main word or expression in our business card. What is it? And he says, when you have this impulse, you're talking about your desire, because it's instinctive. When you have your wish, it's about the force of will, as Emmanuel says in the book Thought and Life. You start feeling, and when you feel, you create ideas, as Emmanuel says, and he repeats here, thinking, and when you think, you create. Kardec says that in the book Genesis. Ideoplasty, creating thought forms. And people come close to you, they feel it. Oh, I don't want people to know what I'm feeling, so change what you're feeling. Because what we're feeling is with us. We cannot mask it. Even neuroscience proves to us, and that's a recent study, that if we try to mask it in our facial expression, the rest of the body will actually deceive us. It's going to tell us precisely what we're feeling. Big deal. We don't want to be perfect, but we want to create a good life. We're not talking about good material life. We're talking about good vibratory life. That will change our spiritual network. That will change the quality of our thoughts and feelings, of our mental exchange. Because Emmanuel says, when you create, you attract. Why? Because thoughts, as André Luiz says in another book, Mechanisms of Mediumship, thought is a mental electromagnetic force, meaning I emit, create, and then I magnetically attract like-minded thoughts, feelings, minds. And when I attract, I will reflect. It's a two-way road. That's why when people are obsessed, there is no such a story as, oh, poor me, I'm a victim. When people are bullied, Mentor Joseph was teaching us at the Spirit Side of Virginia the other day. A case of bullying came in the fraternal assistance moment, and Mentor Joseph said, tell this mother to pay attention to the theme of the bullying that this child went through. Because this is not about protecting her. It's about empowering this child to overcome her weakness. If the weakness is about wealth, beauty, excuse me, if it's about their sexuality, intelligence, whatever it is, the bullying theme will tell what we need to work upon. So it's not about, thank God, a medium that we call bully is expressing what we're carrying in our mental field. We're not supporting the bullying system, but we're not victimizing ourselves either. Self-pity doesn't go anywhere, says André Luiz in the book No Solar. Self-pity is not good for us. So when your child's being bullied, let's sit down. What is it? Oh, you're being bullied because you're this, that, and the other, and they think you're this, that, and the other. Okay, so let's think about this. In a previous life, maybe we were that, and we misused it. Now in this life, we're being called the attention not to repeat it because it hurts. So forgive the person who's being used as an instrument of correction as Emmanuel says in a message we read tonight in our Gospel at Home, accept the correction. And life circumstances brings us the correction. So when somebody in your family, in your workplace, is being the spokesperson of life, let's take the lesson. So because we are attracting, reflecting, and when we are reflecting, we extend our influence to others, and we attune, creating connection, mediumship. So what am I doing connecting to these people? Why am I the recipient of such a message? Not to feel guilty, but to empower ourselves, saying, okay, I've been there, done that, now I am better. Now I'm going to help. And that's when the medium empower themselves through their own self-observance. As Kardec says in the book, The Spirit's Book, he doesn't say, he publishes for us the answer of the spirits. That it is through self-knowledge that we progress steadily and we avoid mistakes. Remember when we said yesterday the importance of exposing ourselves to the new? Right now, in this chapter, we need to identify what is our central desire in this life. Be sincere. Take a piece of paper as a business card format. And just for you, don't show it to anybody. This is our homework, okay? Write down what potentially is written in your mental business card. And just observe, do not judge yourself. Do not feel wrong. Do not feel guilty. If in your images there is porn, forgive yourself. If in your business card there is ambition, financial ambition, forgive yourself. You're learning. But work upon it. But what is our mental business card? This is our homework, my friends. Now I'm going to put a stop and say hi to our beautiful community, because this is a beautiful intercontinental community that is growing stronger, producing fruits, helping one another. Right, Teresa Catapano? How are you, my friend? Karina, mamma mia, Karina, 2 a.m. in Brazil. Beautiful Karina, studies Karina, thank you, Karina. Pérola Browns, how are you, Pérola? My beautiful Lea Severo, big hug. It's good to have you here. Ceisa, beautiful Ceisa, how are you, Ceisa? Lisa Telis, yesterday you're entering when we were just closing, but it's good to see you. Beautiful Adilson, our friend of the heart. Nina Dewey, how are you? Constance, how are you, my friend? Sunshine, keeping up the studies, right, Sunshine? Share the news about the studies you're doing live so we can tell people here, okay? Angelita Fraternity Without Borders, José Gonzalez, Friends of the Heart, how are you? Lívia Moraes, beautiful friend, how are you? Sol Souza, beautiful son of our lives. Andrea Torres, Carol and Mark Smith are here with us as well, double checking the system. Thank you so much. Jailton, how are you? Marker Ficlair, Manny Fagundes, how are you? Rudy, it says in his business card, present. Julija, how are you? And Amanda Andrade. Friends, I know there are many friends who are entering, and I saw yesterday the people who are watching on demand feel our hug. Send in your questions and your comments, because this is an opportunity for us to address questions. We know mediumship is a very important topic. It's not easy, but we need to study it. Mediumship no longer belongs to a few. Since 1861, with the Medium's book, mediumship is at the hand of everyone who wants to instruct themselves and steadily, securely work with Jesus on this beautiful ability that is to communicate mind to mind with anyone in this universe. Friends, our homework is to design our mental business card. Feel free to share with us. You can send it to kardecradio@gmail.com. And we're not going to judge, but we're going to embrace. Who knows what we're going to discover. Share what you discovered. Right, Leandro? Big hug, my friends. And Marta Viejo as well. We'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow, just as a teaser, tomorrow, chapter 3 is about Spiritist teaching. And Emmanuel, besides many other things, he says, Spiritism is an academy of redemption. What does he mean? Mamma mia, come back and we will discover together. Big hug to you, and until tomorrow.